Hello, everybody. Welcome to a quick special session. I'm just jumping on to finish like a handful, like six individuals who I didn't get to in my last reading. The free readings, and Alice, I got your request. I will cover your donation readings, and tomorrow, so you'll be up first on Sunday morning. And if you're watching this, also I didn't get your question. So if you have one, you have a credit. So we will do that as well tomorrow. And so let's jump in. There's no chat. I'm not taking any additional questions this evening. This is just to jump on, like I said, to finish up the handful of people I didn't get to. And I'll be back tomorrow morning, though, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, if you want to post additional questions at that time. All right. And after I'm done, I'll post a quick little comment on the order in which the reading was completed so that you can find your reading quickly. And let's get started. So we left off here. We're going to have Hadisa Inua. And I do believe you asked two questions, and that's okay. I normally only have one free question per session, but your easy question. Your second one is like an yes or no kind of question. So we'll throw that in there too. Because I'm feeling generous. It's Happy New Moon in Pisces. All right. So you wanted to know information about when you'll have a successful career, home and money, bank account, checking and savings. So what kind of information will Spirit what they want to give you on when you're going to feel like this fullness, this feeling of home and just overall stability in your outside world and feeling this way. Let's take a look here. All right. So what happens here, a lot of it's in your hands as far as the when, because the Three of Swords talks about fear of disappointment, the focusing in on our fears. And with the King of Wands, they're holding the Ace of Wands in their hands here. And so this talks a lot about that your energy is what draws things in, right? We talk about that a lot in this channel because it's so powerful. But when we focus on like I want a career, I want a home, I want money, this is this, and we're focusing on the wanting, and we're focusing on that we feel it's missing, and we hate what's going on in our life, or we fear what won't come in or will come into our life, or won't leave our life, or will stay in our life. And when we focus our energy on that, we actually attract it and grow it. And we're telling the universe through our energy, I want this in my life. Can you make me, want more and not get? Because it's the wanting, it's the missingness that our energy is saying, because that's where our focus is. So with these cards here, it says that you can make this change. You can make this alteration in your life by gratitude. And it is a life changer. Like I did a gratitude journal once for 30 days. Just every day I wrote something in it. My vow was for 30 days to write something I'm thankful for and not repeat it, not repeat anything. 30, unique things that I was grateful for. And even if it's like, I have 2 ears that hear, I have 2 eyes that see, I've got 2 arms that work, I've got 2 legs that work, got electricity, I've got air conditioning and heating, got running water, have refrigeration, just things like that, where if you can't, have this type of, just finding gratitude in things, right? And at the end of 30 days, I love the transformation of energy because I was looking for things to be grateful for, and that became my habit. And I'm like, well, I'm going to continue to do this I'm not going to put an end to it. I'm just going to do it until I'm done, until I don't feel like I want to do it anymore, or I run out of things to be grateful for. Well, almost 5 months, I continue to do this gratitude journal, just one thing every day. And what happened is I realized how much I had to be grateful for. But also, as I was grateful for things, more things were coming in to be grateful for. That's that energy. The more I'm focused on that, the more that comes in. And the more I'm focusing on that higher vibration, the more that comes in. So it definitely has to do with you changing your energy of your focus and and where that is. And, if you want it to happen faster, you can even do, if you have a cell phone, put a silent vibrating alarm for every waking hour that says gratitude or thank you. And every hour, what do I have to be grateful for? What do I have to be grateful for? And the more that energy we put into that, then the more we draw those things in. So hopefully that helps there, Hadisa. The other question you had was, will you always live in Louisiana? So let's take a look here and see. It's like a yes or no question here. The Five of Cups is transformation of emotion. And, with this energy coming in here, it's like, no, you don't have to if you don't want to. It's like, in fact, it's like you can choose. There's like, is there five different places that you would love to live? And it's like, well, I feel like maybe this is Louisiana tipped over. And there's four other ones that you're like, what do I want to pick? And it's like there's this empowerment that as you change this, as you grow your energy and you have this gratitude coming in, then their opportunity can open up and you can be like, I want to live here. I'm going to look into moving there. And when you have this gratitude and you're like, okay, creator, I want to move, to this state, or even if it's this nation, or you want to move somewhere else in the world, you're like, this is what I want. And so I'm going to start having gratitude for it. And I'm going to start looking at how I can make it happen instead of like, oh, I never am going to be able to get out of here. Well, when we're saying, you know what, I'm not going to be able to get out of here, we're telling the universe, hey, universe, I never want to get out of here. And so this whole change of energy is so important for you. So I like this for you. Very empowering. I feel like it's going to be transformational for you. So that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings. And then Premia, you wanted a general reading. So let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. So you do have here the World card is a significant ending and beginning. It's a victory that transforms and allows you to open your life up into a new way here. So you do have a very significant event that's going to transform things here for you. And the Six of Pentacles is this equal giving and receiving, this balancing that comes in the outside world. So I like this. I feel like you've been working on, your this worth, this rate of exchange of what you feel you're worthy of receiving. And if you have this energy where you feel like you always have to overgive to receive very little back, then I encourage you to check out my Take 10 Was Then playlist on my main page. It's episode 5, which is the Six of Pentacles. It's all about how to balance that out and have this rate of exchange that feels more equal than like you have to give so much to get so little. Because I do feel like that does change things for you in your life. And that's, I feel like the ending of an old cycle, beginning of a new adventure is this: I deserve to receive. I'm worthy of receiving more and more and more. I like this movement of feeling from lack to feeling of abundance and worthiness. So I like that for you. And I feel like this is an important time of that, for that to happen in your life. So that's what we got. Many blessings to you. And then Cassidy, you wanted messages from or message from your ancestors. Let's take a look here. What message does your ancestors have for you here? All right. All right. I like this. The Five of Wands coming in here with the Nine of Pentacles is an important energy for you, because the Five of Wands is about transformation of energies from something feeling conflicting to something loving. And with this Nine of Pentacles, this is about independence, about standing on your own, seeing your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. So there's this change and of that you don't need someone else to take care of you. You don't need someone to complete you. You don't need, someone, like I said, to take care of you. There's this they're bringing back this memory of just a friend of mine who she had three different relationships and marriages, and she had a different children with them, and she spent so much time raising the children on her own, but she was always trying to find, because she had this belief that she needed someone else to help her with her children. So she was always looking for a helpmate, someone that would help, and she'd end up with a fourth child in a man's body over and over and over again. And she was like, "Oh my god." And it came through in a reading I gave her. I go, "You don't it seems like you're trying to find someone." And she goes, "Well, I need someone to help me with it." And I'm like, "Really?" I go, They're like teenagers now and you've raised them all. They're almost like all like 19, 17, 15." And I'm like, um, and then we, pointed out, you usually end up having a fourth child and someone else to take care of. She goes, "Oh my god, you're right." And she was like, "I don't need someone to help me with my children. I'm enough." And I love that. And I feel like that's the kind of energy. Like, you're enough. You don't need someone to complete you. It can be an above and beyond extra, but you don't need anybody. I like this um kind of warrior type of, ancestor that's, very fiery, and they're telling you, "You don't need anybody else. You are strong." I like that. So that's what's coming through, Cassidy. Hopefully that resonates for you, but that's what they have. So many blessings to you. And then the team, you want to know what's in your next relationship. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about your next relationship here? All right. All right. It's like fire and water. Got the high priestess here, which I kind of feel is your energy. And that maybe if you are the one that likes to be kind of introverted, likes to be away from the chaos, spending time, you know, um, watery emotions. And the person that comes in here is the King of Wands, which is someone who's very extroverted, very energetic, wants to be out there, active, active, go, 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 fire, fire, fire and water. And it's good because this is a balance. You both draw each other into into towards the middle. They draw you out of your shell a little bit. You draw them um, into being okay being just with you or alone. And I like this. So you definitely is this, you have strengths, each individual strengths, but you also both together, create this beautiful steam, right? Fire and water create steam, and so things can be, steam engines, and things can be done, and things can have movement. But I like this balancing that comes in between the two here as well. Just two different types of energies, and that's okay. You're emotional, um or one of you is emotional, the other is fire and passionate, but you both, they bring out the passion in you and you bring out the emotion in them. So I like it. Beautiful energies there. Opposites attract. And then you had asked a short question too, and I normally just allow one free question per session, but um, since I only have a handful, I'm feeling generous. We're going to do the second one too, which is, will you be able to get a rhinoplasty this year? Because it's kind of a yes or no question. So let's take a look here. What Spirit wants you to know here? Nope. What about? Will they be able to get rhinoplasty? All right. You have the World card, which is a victory card, and it's an ending of an old cycle, beginning of a new adventure. So I do feel like this is a positive card for you. It is a one of the victory cards, and it's a beginning. Like I said, it's a transformation. It changes a lot of stuff, right? It's like, oh, finally relief. So it is a looks like an affirmative there for you and the team. So many blessings to you. And then Charlene Kramer, hello, hello. So, is there something or things you need to know from your guardian angel? All right, let's take a look here and see what your guardian angels want you to know right now. All right. Boom, boom. Here we go. All right. So you have the Five of Pentacles here and the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is like a peace-filled mind, a mind at rest. And the Five of Pentacles is an energy of feelings of lack, of abandonment, being left out in the cold, being left behind. And I just feel like what they're saying here, Charlene, for you is if you have concerns around abundance and shorthandedness and not having enough, that you can put your mind at ease. And there's this transformative energy that comes with the Five of Pentacles, which is like you realize that it's not humans that bring you what you need in each moment, that it is creator, it is spirit world, wherever you believe your higher power to be, that brings you your sustenance, what you need in each moment. And we've always had everything we've needed in each moment, or we wouldn't be here right now, we'd be dead, right? So like, all right, you have a good, record. I'm still here after, for me, 57 years of like, all right, you know what? I can trust you. And we realize that it's humans that when we rely on humans, that's where we get these feelings of abandonment, being left behind, being left out in the cold. Because when a human inner child feels unsafe or out of control, it will go into fight or flight mode, survival mode. It'll pull everything back for themselves and they will abandon us. They will leave us behind going, I need all this for me. Creator, spirit, they are source. They have endless resources. So they will always bring us what we need and more. They love showering us with things. But when we realize that it's not humans, that humans are like the shipping company that sometimes brings things from spirit to us, but it's spirit that's bringing everything. It's when the UPS person or post office or whoever delivers, we say thank you, but we know they're just delivering it, but we can really thank the creator, right? So there's this beautiful transformation of trust that's building there, and that brings you peace of mind knowing, yeah, what am I fearing? What am I afraid of? You've never let me down, and I like that. So that's what's coming in for you, Charlene, right now from your guardian angels. You are cared for and you are watched out for. There's a great song, if you've ever heard it in the Christian world when I was growing up. His eye is on the sparrow. And if he watches over the sparrow, then you know he watches over you. And I love that. All right. So many blessings. And then the last reading I had is for Haimanti Pal. And hopefully I didn't miss any, but if I did, I'll be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So please join me then, and I'll be happy to pull cards for you. So, Haimanti, you wanted to know, Santano, are they thinking of you? Let's take a look here. What is going on in the mind? Do we want to go into the mind of Satano? Let's take a look here. All right. I don't feel like they are. I'm going to try to say this in a nice way about them, just because this is where they're at in their life. And I don't mean it in a judgmental way at all, but they're just focused on themselves right now. The Nine of Pentacles is about being alone and independent to themselves, right? In the outside world. The King of Pentacles, they rule over the Pentacle suit. With the combination of the energy and what I'm getting here is that they're kind of just focused on obtaining the outside world, the money, the position, the possessions, the body, the things, all of that, the career, the education, just all of this outside world stuff. They've been driven so much that they're like, I've got to have this stuff. This is what defines me. So they're kind of consumed with obtaining that stuff. And in their mind, relationship, love, all this stuff is just extra that comes later. This is what's important. You got to have this. And I feel like it's what was poured into their head when they were young and growing up. So I don't feel like that, they're spending a whole lot of time thinking about other things besides themselves and their value that they're putting in those things. Like those are above and beyond extra. They're focusing on all this. And I feel like there's so much happening that they're focusing on all that. And so they're kind of just zeroed in on it. So it's not personal. I don't feel like they think about anyone else besides themselves and that right now at this point in their life. So it's just their mindset. Eventually, they'll see that those things aren't fulfilling and disappointing. They'll turn inward and upward and have their heart ignited, and then they'll want to fill up with love and find love. But I think it's going to be a little while. So if that makes resonates for you, that's what's coming in right now for you. So many blessings to you, and thank you guys so much for your patience and waiting for your readings. And that's what we have. So many blessings. And here in a moment, I'll post a quick comment just listing the order of the readings here. It's a short video, so you'll be able to find it, I'm sure. But thank you guys so much. And remember, every second of every day of your lives, you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, enjoy the rest of your day or night. Until I see you again, much love, and we'll see you soon.